I think chess is an incredible game. There are billions, if not trillions, of moves, probably way more than that, moves that you can play. And it's just the same in real life. There are so many different decisions you can take in your daily life that can either positively or negatively impact your life. And obviously, you and I both want that decision to be positive. We both want to have positive changes in our life, but oftentimes positive changes in our lives are quite boring, dull, and oftentimes very energy demanding. On the other hand, negative decisions, things like temptations and distractions, which are really, really negative, are really tempting. They're really attractive. And oftentimes we end up heading towards that. So if you were to ask someone you want to go towards the negative side of your life or your positive side, they would obviously choose positive. But if you put this person in this game of life, then you'll oftentimes see we gravitate a lot towards the negative side, and that's not a good thing. But you can try your best to eliminate those distractions, but if you don't have enough self control over yourself, then it's just an internal battle that you fight forever. And you don't want that to happen. Obviously, we want to have enough discipline, we want to have enough self esteem so that you don't break the promises you kept with yourself. And yeah, do the things that you said you would. There's so many things that we say that we do this, we do that, and oftentimes it's just all show. It's just we don't do those things, and you don't want to be that guy because you just took the credit for something you did not do and something you are not going to do, and that credit is not deserved. That's why I often say that it's way better to let your actions speak than to communicate things with your words all the time, because words can be faked, words can be false. You can lie with your words, but actions cannot lie. That's why actions are a far better predictor of what someone is actually like. If someone says something and someone does something, their actions is what you can depict more from. If someone says that they really like you, but their actions communicate a different story, then you should rely on their actions and not their words, because actions is what you truly are, right? When it's time to make the decision, that's when it's revealed who you really, really are. And that's the time where it all matters, because action changes everything. Without enough action, our life is basically nothing. And I know how many times I've repeated this action thing in multiple videos, but I really think it matters a lot. Sometimes it's just that you're living your normal life, and then there's just this one day where you're like, man, enough is enough. And that day comes by really, really sadly. It feels really sad. What I meant to say is that it feels really, some days that are like you're normally living your life, and then they're like become sad all of a sudden, and then you remember how many bad moves you've done and how many things you've gone wrong. You could have done way better. And instead of just pondering upon them,